So once again, Harry Reid may be, or we think he may be, going for the nuclear option. Harry Reid might be going nuclear. Over what this time? Well, over judicial appointments. Now, a senior Democratic aide told the Huffington Post today that there is a greater possibility that Reid will hold a vote this week instead of waiting until after the Senate comes back from recess in December. Ooh, you think that'll actually happen this time? Look, how many times has Harry Reid threatened the nuclear option and then didn't follow through? They just did some bullshit procedural change, whatever. Didn't do a damn thing. And the Republicans will still filibuster. That's what they always do. So, come on. Anyway, the aide says the proposal that Reid is planning on would stop the minority in the Senate, in this case the Republicans. It would basically strip its ability to filibuster executive and judicial nominees. Not Supreme Court nominees, by the way. Just in case that does happen during President Obama's second term. Now, the reason they're threatening the nuclear option is because, like I said, the Republicans have filibustered just about every appointment President Obama has made to these positions. Now, get this. There are now 21 nominees who are either currently being filibustered or who were filibustered and ultimately withdrew. They're like, well, I'm obviously not going to get through. I'm just going to drop out. President Obama, pick another nominee. Now, Republicans have just recently blocked all three of Obama's nominees to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit. That's on top of another one that they filibustered earlier this year. Now, President Obama has actually been facing record filibusters. Unprecedented filibusters, especially on his judicial nominees. And it's not even based on their records. Now, what is it based on? Well, before I get to that, I just want to say that right now, the D.C. Court of Appeals has only 8 justices. There are 11 seats. Do the math. Now, right now, the justices that are in the seats right now, it's evenly split between Democratic appointees and Republican appointees. Now, the D.C. Circuit Court has broad power to review federal regulations relating to air and water rules, nuclear plant safety, insider trading, and yes, the Affordable Care Act. You wonder why the Republicans will not allow President Obama to fill those seats. I wonder. Now, some of these same people now filibustering these appointees are the same people that back during the Bush years called the filibuster of judicial nominees unconstitutional. Now, who are these senators? Well, there's Senator Lamar Alexander. Now, he said back in 2005, I would never filibuster any president's judicial nominee, period. I might vote against them, but I will always see they came to a vote. I would never filibuster any president's judicial nominee, period. Looks like he lied. Now remember, these Republicans are pretty much ganging up on Obama saying, you lied about the health care law. You said these people could keep their crappy insurance. But he just got caught up in a lie. Because he's been filibustering pretty much every judicial nominee. Every judicial appointee. Who's the liar, Lamar? But I have more. I have more Republicans. Saxby Chambliss and Johnny Isakson. Every judge nominated by this president or any president deserves an up or down vote. It's a responsibility of the Senate. The Constitution requires it. The Constitution requires it, and it does. It is the president's constitutional duty to fill these appointment seats, to fill these seats with their appointees. Now, who's not allowing him to do his constitutional duty? And then who comes back later and says, Obama's tearing up the Constitution? He's ripping the Constitution to shreds. We got to stop him. More Republicans. Tom Coburn. He said, if you look at the Constitution, it says that the president's to nominate these people, and the Senate is to advise and consent. That means you got to have a vote if they come out of committee, and that happened for 200 years. John Cornyn. We have a Democratic leader defeated, in part, as I said, because I believe he was identified with this obstructionist practice, this unconstitutional use of the filibuster to deny the president his judicial nominations. Now, he was talking about the Democrats. Democrats have filibuster judicial nominees before. Yes, I realize that. I will get to that later. Now, Mitch McConnell, he said, the Constitution of the United States is at stake. Article 2, Section 2 clearly provides that the President and the President alone nominates judges. The Senate is empowered to give advice and consent, but my Democratic colleagues want to change the rules. They want to reinterpret the Constitution to require a supermajority for confirmation. And what are you doing now, Mitch? Requiring a supermajority for confirmation. Look, that is hypocrisy right there. Now, like I said, let's be fair. The Democrats have done this. I could go on, though, of these Republicans, and there's plenty more examples. Now, like I said, this was during the Bush era. And yes, Democrats have done this too. They have filibustered to block extreme nominations. Now, I don't really know if, well, I do know. The people that Obama has nominated, they do not fit the idea of being extreme. In fact, there's been a lot of bipartisan consensus on this, but I want to get to that later. Now, back in 2005, there was an agreement by the bipartisan Gang of 14. Now, this would have reserved reserved the filibuster only for those with extraordinary records, in exchange for confirming some of Bush's nominees. Well, a couple of these nominees were pretty extreme. So this deal said that only those with far-out ideologies would be blocked by the Democrats. Democrats were not going to filibuster unless the people that they were filibustering were crazy. Understandable. As a result of this deal, some of the two appointees confirmed by the Democrats are two Republican justices named Janice Rogers Brown and Priscilla Owen. Now, if you are familiar with those names, it is because you may live in Texas. These two justices just recently reversed a lower court's decision to prevent the Texas anti-choice law from going into effect. That same law that was filibustered by Democrat Wendy Davis. That massive, massive closure of abortion facilities in Texas that closed down nearly all of them. That 2005 deal brought you these two justices. And the Republicans, they do not honor their deals, obviously. That is why we're in the situation that we're in. This was supposed to be in exchange for a promise to reserve filibusters for extreme nominees. Now, like I said, these nominees that Obama has been nominating, they are not extreme. In fact, many of these appointees are good bipartisan choices. They're supported by both sides. Republicans have even admitted that they actually have no issues with these appointees. They come with good records, highly recommended. So why? Why do they continue to filibuster? Well, Republicans are accusing the Democrats of trying to pack the courts, which is insane. Obama's just doing his job as stipulated by the Constitution. He's trying to do his job. Packing the courts is actually trying to add more seats so that you can get a majority. This isn't trying to add more seats to get an unfair majority. This is actually just trying to fill seats. Now, they're doing this because they don't like President Obama. I think that should be very, very obvious. They don't like Democrats, and they want to do anything that they can to gum up the works. And maybe they also want Harry Reid to use that nuclear option. One of the threats coming from the Republicans to Harry Reid is, hey, if you use the nuclear option, then just wait till we get in power. We're going to really fuck shit up. You really want to do that? But look, it certainly isn't the reason that Republicans like to say. They're not filibustering because of extreme nominees. They're filibustering because, like I said, they do not like Obama. They just want to fuck with his second term. It's purely political. And this is why Congress has a 9% approval rating. Because they pull shit like this. Way to go, Congress. Way to go. Way to fuck up the system. Our Congress at work. Hey, thanks for watching this video. Please leave a comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and share with your friends. If you want to see more, go to our channel at youtube.com/TYTNation. And if you really want to support the show, support this channel, go to our fundraising campaign at www.patreon.com/TYTNation. The website is in the description below. Thank you guys, and keep watching.